Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. The long-awaited sequel to Beetlejuice is here, as Michael Keaton slips back into the title role as if no time has passed in Beetlejuice. It's in theaters, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Rumors of a Beetlejuice sequel have been gestating for at least a decade now, but patience was key, as I can't imagine a better cast of new characters and actors to join in on the fun. The Dietz family is just as dysfunctional as when we last left them. Winona Ryder's Lydia Dietz still sees ghosts, and she's turned that into a career as a psychic mediator and host of her own television series. Justin Theroux plays her boyfriend and producer Rory, whose earthy, new age ways seem a little off. Lydia's daughter Astrid, who's played by Jenna Ortega, is off at an art school and basically wants nothing to do with her mom. The family must come together when Delia Dietz, who's played by Catherine O'Hara, informs Lydia that her father Charles, who has unexpectedly passed away. Now, in the afterlife, Beetlejuice runs an afterlife call center, still pining over Lydia, and is afraid of his ex-wife Dolores, who's played by Monica Bellucci. Tim Burton's Beetlejuice came out in 1988, and there was nothing like it at the time. It's a weirdo, wacky demon comedy that looked scrappy and low budget. But movie making has changed greatly since then. So Burton and his production team really deserve a lot of kudos for keeping the sequel as close to that film's essence as possible. It's present day in that same Winter River town, but it's still given that kind of gothic Burton touch despite time passing for the residents. You can spot the practical effects and the makeup prosthetics mixed in as much as possible before CGI is needed. The story comes from the clever minds of Seth Graham-Greene, Alfred Gough, and Miles Millar. Gough and Millar also created the TV series Wednesday starring Jenna Ortega and had a few episodes directed by Tim Burton. They've written this really wickedly funny movie while also acknowledging just the silliness of it all. You can feel Burton really freeing himself and his actors to just try anything and have fun with being as wacky and random as ever. They've packed this film with a few different narratives that eventually do all come together. And you can kind of feel them just kind of rushing through the beginning to kind of catch us all up to where all these characters are at and introducing all the new characters. Now, luckily, there's a pointed effort to not rehash the original too much when it comes to maybe expected musical numbers or callbacks to the first film. This is a mother-daughter story instead of having Beetlejuice just haunting another married couple. We see the dynamics playing out between Lydia and her mother Delia, and Lydia and her daughter Astrid. It's really terrific to see Winona Ryder play Lydia as an adult, still kind of stuck with what her life means. Catherine O'Hara is just as zany and loud as you would expect as Delia, whose art has taken a new turn to stay relevant in 2024. Jenna Ortega may surprise you, as she's not playing another macabre or depressed character like you would expect her to maybe just play a teenage Lydia or Wednesday Addams. Justin Theroux makes Rory fit right in with the rest of the larger-than-life personalities. But it's Michael Keaton who reminds you again that he's such a terrific character actor by just disappearing behind Beetlejuice's grotesque makeup and just finding new shades of him. He may not be as manic and crazy, but he's still that character that you've loved for decades. A Beetlejuice sequel needed to be crafted in a very particular way, and Tim Burton found that magic again. You can see his quirky, fun side back in play, which has been missing in some of his more recent movies. I'm giving Beetlejuice 3.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have some other movie reviews, some celebrity interviews, and I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment here on YouTube or on social media. Follow me at Paul's Movie Trip. I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a favorite Tim Burton movie? Leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of Beetlejuice. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.